Students, today we will discuss the classification of covalent bond. So based on the polarity, the covalent bond is of two types. Covalent bond is of two types. First is non-polar bonds, non-polar covalent bond, and second type is polar covalent bond. Non-polar bond is found when the covalent bonded atoms have same electronegativity. So all the homo diatomic molecules are non-polar. Example H2. There is no difference between the electronegativity because same electronegativity difference. There is no electronegativity difference between the two hydrogen atoms. Therefore, it is non-polar. O2, N2, Cl2, F2. All the diatomic molecules, all the homodiatomic molecules are non-polars. Therefore, we can say the covalent bond formed between the two atoms having same electronegativity. Hence we say in non-covalent bond we will say nu is equal to 0, and here nu means dipole moment. We will discuss, but first of all we should know what is non-covalent bond. While in polar bonds there is nu always not equal to 0, hence they have the atoms which are involved in covalent bonds have different electronegativity. Hence we can say the covalent bond. Hence what is polar covalent bond? The covalent bond formed between the atoms having different electronegativity. Example HF. In HF, then the fluorine is more electronegative atom. Therefore, both the electrons present in the covalent bonds are pulled towards the fluorines. Hence, it comes out to be delta negative. It means partial negative charge. Partial means there is small negative charges develop on it. Hence, and a small positive charges develop on it. Hence, our dipole moment will move from positive to negative. Hence, we will show this arrow. It is this arrow representing the dipole moment, direction of dipole moment. HCl, delta negative, delta positive. H2O, NH3, NF3. These are polar bonds. But first of all, we should know how. As we know, water has tetrahedral structure with two lone pair. Hence, it is delta positive because less electronegative, more electronegative is delta negative. Hence, here will be arrow will be like this, and here will be like this, and a net direction will be here. Hence, nu not equal to 0. Hence, where a dipole moment exists, net dipole moment should not be equal to 0. The molecules which have net dipole moment not equal to 0 are polar covalent bonds. Then we will now discuss what is dipole moment. Now we will discuss what is dipole moment. Okay students, dipole moment. Dipole moment is represented by nu. It is nu. A long tail around u. Dipole moment. If someone asks what is dipole moment, actually dipole moment is charge, magnitude of charge into distance. Example, if I say HF molecule, the distance between H hydrogen atom and fluorine is d, and the charge developed here is +1 and -1, and charge is 1 and distance is given in your exams, hence nu is calculated. It is what is nu? It is multiplication of magnitude of charge into distance between the two oppositively charged atom. Hence we can define, it is defined as dipole moment is defined as the product of defined as the product of magnitude of charge multiplied by simply we can, it is defined as the product of magnitude of charge and distance between two oppositively charged atom. The unit of dipole moment is debye. Unit is debye. Debye. D-E-B-Y-E. Debye represented by D. And 1 debye is equal to 10 raised to power 1 debye is equal to 10 raised to power -8 ESU. ESU means electrostatic unit centimeter. You should remember it. Debye is SI unit while ESU centimeter is CGS unit. Since it has a direction from positive to negative, hence dipole moment is a vector quantity. Dipole moment is a vector quantity. Its direction is always from positive charge to negative charge. Therefore, if someone asks how will the students, we don't have to exactly calculate the value of dipole moment. If someone asks if we find the order between the dipole moment HF, HCl, HBr and HI. Therefore, remember it. Greater is the electronegativity difference between the two oppositively charged atom. More will be the dipole moment. Since we know fluorine is the most electronegative atom, then chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. Therefore, more dipole moment in HF, then HCl, then HBr and HI. You should remember it. We should not have to remember the values of dipole moment. Students, now we have to see in polyatomic molecules. Dipole moment in polyatomic molecules. In polyatomic molecules, we have to check the vector sum of the dipole moment. Example or resultant of the dipole moment. Example, if we say example BF3. Since we know it has sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization means it has a trigonal planar geometry. See students, here the bonds are polar. How? Delta negative, more electronegative atom, delta positive, delta negative and delta negative. Hence the direction is this. The direction is this. Since we know the vector sum of these two bonds, first and second, is equal to this, and these two are net oppositely charged. Here nu is equal to 0. Students, here the molecule is non-polar. Bonds, students देखो, here bonds are polar, but overall molecule due to resultant dipole nu is equal to 0. Hence molecule is non-polar. Molecules are non-polar. Molecule is non-polar in BF3. If I ask in NH3, in ammonia, yesterday we also find the hybridization of ammonia. It comes out to be sp3, and the shape is tetrahedral. Structure is tetrahedral while shape is pyramidal. Here the nitrogen is more electronegative than hydrogen. Here therefore delta negative, delta positive, delta positive, and delta positive. Therefore it comes out to be, the direction comes out to be this. The tail region has just like one positive charge. Hence you can remember the tail will be side where positive charge. Hence the net dipole moment is toward upper side. And this molecule is also a polar molecule because nu is not equal to 0. Hence it is a polar molecule. If someone asks which is more electronegative, you should study the electronegative means it is the tendency to attract the shared pair electrons present in the covalent bond. And the question once asked is out of NH3 and NF3, which has more dipole moment, which has more dipole moment. See students, in NH3 and NF3 both has tetrahedral geometry. Therefore shape comes out to be this. And in NF3 it comes out to be like this. Here more electronegative atom is nitrogen. Therefore delta negative, delta positive, delta positive, delta positive. The direction comes out to be this. And the net is toward upper side. There is no doubt, there is no dipole moment or directional dipole moment towards downside. But let's see here. It comes out to be this direction because fluorine is more electronegative. Because we should know the electronegative is phone core. More electronegative is fluorine than oxygen than chlorine. Therefore, fluorine is more electronegative. The direction comes out to be like this. The net dipole moment is toward downside. But you should know there is also a dipole moment due to these electrons. Hence the direction comes out to be like this. Because electrons are negative. Hence delta negative here. Therefore the net resultant dipole is somewhat subtracted or lesser, become lesser due to the small dipole moment toward upper side. Therefore it is the dipole moment is more in NH3 than NF3. Okay students. Now students, we will discuss the application of dipole moment. The first one, the application is it is used to determine the polarity of, or it helps in determining the polarity of covalent bond. Hence we know greater is the electronegativity difference. Greater is the electronegativity difference. More the bond is polar, more is the polarity of bond. Next is we have discussed the HF has more dipole, You can see the example of this we have discussed earlier. Because fluorine has more electronegativity than chlorine, then bromine, and then iodine. It also helps in determining the ionic percentage ionic character. Determining the percentage ionic character. Students, you should remember always, there is no compound which is 100% covalent, and there is no compound which is 100% ionic. There always are covalent character. Example, if we say NaCl, if we say Na and Cl has covalent bond, it is not possible. It is somewhat more ionic than covalent. But if we say H2O, it is more covalent than ionic. And there always are ionic character, in a molecule. Hence, how we'll find the percentage ionic character? Percentage ionic character is determined by new experimental. The experimental value which can be finded by experiments, and new theoretical which we have calculated on our copies or in our manuals. If we have, this is that theoretical value is calculated how? Nu is equal to Qt, magnitude of charge into distance between the oppositely charged. Hence, in exam you have been given the experimental value of dipole moment, and you have to calculate the theoretical value, and by using this into 100 we can calculate the percentage ionic character. Or you can say experimental also can be concluded as or experimental or new observed, because when we do experiment we observe the values, or new observed by new calculated. In your notes I have explained this example. You can go through it. If you have any doubt, we can discuss it later in our classes. It also help in determining the shape of the molecule, since we know there is always a bond pair repulsion. Next is it helps in determining shape or structure of the molecule. It also helps in distinguishing between the geometrical isomers. Students, we will discuss the geometrical isomers in detail in organic chemistry, but you should know what is it. It helps to distinguish between or distinguish between geometrical isomer, or simply in simple language I say cis and trans isomer. So there are two types of isomers. Like in ethene, we will discuss the example of ethene. We here see the chlorine atom are both the chlorine atom attached on different carbons are towards same side. This is called cis. And here, if both the chlorine are oppositively, this actually here what happen? Here delta negative, delta positive. That comes out to be this dipole. The net dipole will be towards upper side. But here all the dipole moments are cancelled each other by resultant. This dipole moment is cancelled by this, and this dipole moment is cancelled by this. This is cancelled by this, and this is cancelled by this trans. Hence, we should know that dipole moment in cis is greater than trans isomer. It also helps in distinguishing between the ortho para, meta. It helps in distinguish between ortho, meta and para isomer. So you should know this structure is called benzene. और जब तक इस बेंजीन पे कोई फंक्शनल ग्रुप ना लगा हो, कोई भी ग्रुप ना लगा हो, कोई ऑर्थो डायरेक्ट, कोई ऑर्थो नहीं होता, कोई मेटा नहीं, कोई पैरा नहीं, ऑल दी पोजीशंस आर इक्विवेलेंट अराउंड दी बेंजीन. If suppose I put it here chlorine atom, then with respect to this chlorine, this is ortho position, this is ortho position, this is meta position, and this is para position. You should remember, with respect to this, if I put here chlorine, then this is ortho, meta, and then this is para. Hence, if this is the molecule, the name of this molecule is orthodichlorobenzene. Ortho means both the chlorines are adjacent to each other. Orthodichlorobenzene, it has more electronegativity, or it comes out to be more dipole moment. Hence in meta, little bit lesser than ortho, and in para the net dipole moment is 0, because both the dipole moment are cancelled by each other. This is ortho dichlorobenzene, it is meta dichlorobenzene, it is para dichlorobenzene. Now